Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the AIG EduLive. We are glad to have you with us today. For this session, we invite reputable institutions to share insight on their popular courses, entry requirement, employability, and the student life on campus. Before we begin, a quick housekeeping note. All the participants will be muted during this session. You are welcome to post your question in the chat box, and we will address them during the Q&A section at the end. If you would like to speak directly to our speaker during Q&A, please raise your hand. We will try to accommodate as many questions as possible depending on time. Today, we are honored to welcome the University of Newcastle, a globally recognized university known for its strong academic programs and excellent student outcomes. Joining us today are Mr. Joshua Lau, Country Manager of the University of Newcastle, and our special guest, Dr. Mardy Chiah, Director of International at the Newcastle Business School. So now I would like to pass the session over to Mr. Joshua Lau. Thank you.
All right, so I will start us off. Hello again. So as mentioned, my name is Joshua, and I'm the country manager in charge of international student recruitment for the University of Newcastle, Australia. And I will be kickstarting us off with an introduction of our beautiful Newcastle city. So as you can see from my, I'm not sure if you can see my virtual background or also on the screen itself. This is an aerial view of the city, Newcastle. In It is a coastal city, so we are just right next to the beach, and just from our Newcastle city campus, the downtown city itself. If we were to walk to the nearest beach, it's only a short 15 minutes walk away. So it's a very chill environment. And this is also just a snapshot of the photos of our buildings in Newcastle. So we have a historical sites in Newcastle. We have walkways to walk along the beach. You can also once in a while spot whales or dolphins from our city campus itself. Dr. Mardy can attest to it. He has seen it before. He mentioned to me. So yeah. So in terms of location wise, we are 2.5 hours north away from Sydney. So we are in the state of New South Wales in Australia, which is at the east coast. And if we were to take the train from Sydney to Newcastle, it's 2.5 hours to 3 hours. There is bus service also that you can take from Sydney to Newcastle. We also have an international airport in Newcastle that connects you to most of the major cities in and around Australia. So in terms of connecting Newcastle, the city of Newcastle to around Australia, it is very easily. It can be very easily done. So a bit more of the details in terms of the Newcastle city itself. Um, so Newcastle is rated as New South Wales #1 tourism town. It is also rated by National Geographic that it is a smart city, and students who study and graduated from University of Newcastle uh, are eligible to up to 5 years of post-study work opportunities. This is of course subjected to the level of study areas, and also the study location. We are also a safe city as well in terms of according to the New South Wales Police Ambassador Program. And Newcastle is also one of the leading in terms of the regional economy in Australia. So, as you will have probably already guessed, the University of Newcastle is named after the city itself, Newcastle. So, in terms of our ranking wise, we are top 1% in the world. And we also offer high quality education in terms of there are 12 subjects that we offer. It is ranked in the top 200 in the world. And in terms of sustainability wise, we are also one of the top performing universities. We are proud to achieve #2 in the world for climate action, and also number 40 in terms of the world in the world for impact. And students who graduate from University of Newcastle is also ranked top 10 in Australia for graduate employability. So in terms of subject rankings, so as I mentioned just now, we have 12 subjects that are top 200 in the world. And as you can see from this slide, we do offer a wide range of programs that is under different subjects, and all of the common subjects that we offer, it is competitive in terms of quality, with the highest ranking being automation and control engineering, and also nursing in the top 50 in the world. So moving on to promote a bit more details to our university, about our university as well, is as I mentioned, the why would students want to study with us in Newcastle is, one is because we provide a high quality of education. Number two is something that we are very proud of as well. It is in terms of the high return on investment, ROI. So students who graduate from University of Newcastle, no matter whether they are undergraduate or postgraduate, we are proud to say that we have achieved for more than 90% employment rate within 4 months of graduating. This is very something that we are really proud of, because we also have a very strong industrial partnership with the industries around us in Newcastle, and we can also achieve this because there are no other competitors around Newcastle. We are the only university in Newcastle, so most of the employers, if they want to hire some fresh graduate, they will automatically look for the University of Newcastle because of our location and our reputation. In terms of student experience, University of Newcastle, we do provide over 100 student club societies and engagement programs. And also for students who study in Newcastle, as I will explain a bit more about it later, but we basically have a few different campuses around Newcastle, and which means that we will provide free shuttle bus for students to travel between the main campus, which is 20 minutes away from the city, to the city itself. And along the way, the shuttle bus will stop by a few stations, which includes the student accommodations. It includes some of the places where you will find a lot of restaurants, and also one of the place where you can buy groceries during the weekday. So students can just show their student ID and just hop on and hop off at any time, as long as the bus is designated to stop at those points. We also offer 24-hour security system in our on-campus, so to provide a safe studying environment. And finally, in terms of affordability, this is something that is also uh, it's a bit of a price sensitive. I mean, we are living in a more price sensitive era right now, where everything it can feel pretty expensive in Australia. But one thing I can say is about Newcastle is we do have a much affordable living environment expenses in Newcastle, which I will explain more later as well. And in terms of our scholarship, we provide for international students. It is 20% off of the tuition fee, and this amount is actually competitive in terms of the prices that you pay, and also in return to get the highest quality of education you can get. And lastly, about this point, I can also mention that we have many work opportunities, whether it's part-time in on campus or off campus. So as I briefly mentioned about affordable living, so how, in comparison to all the bigger cities around Newcastle, around Australia, Newcastle is actually about 30% cheaper than Sydney, than living in Sydney itself. And comparing to living in Melbourne and Perth, we are also about 20%. And I also have a have a graph that roughly show the cost of living, which is updated in March 2025. And one thing also from this slide that I want to highlight is that even though, yes, Newcastle, our cost of living is lower, it doesn't necessarily mean that our hourly salary is low. So the hourly salary in Newcastle is about $28. And if you compare to all the major cities in Australia, in Sydney, in Melbourne, uh, part-time workers also will find their pay to be about $28 per hour. So in terms of the earning wise, we are competitive. And when you consider the lower living expenses and also the competitive scholarship, uh, so right now, let me just give you an introduction about our campuses. So as I mentioned, our main campus is called the Callahan campus. It is situated 20. Sorry, am I breaking over? Okay. It is situated 20 minutes away from the main city itself, from the CBD area, and it is sitting across 140 hectares of natural setting. So our main campus is very big. Students are most likely required to walk from places to places, but they will also most likely live a very healthy living because even though it's not entirely flat, our campus, there are a few of a short incline here and there. So you can find yourself growing up studying in a very healthy environment in our main campus. Next is the Newcastle City campus, which is where Dr. Mardy is teaching. So this city campus is completed in 2017. It is a state-of-the-art building. As you can see, the design is very unique. It also has become one of the landmark in Newcastle as well. So in this campus, we mostly conduct teaching of business programs, business, commerce, and laws program, whether it's postgraduate or undergraduate. And inside the city as well, we have another different campus called the Q building. So this Q building is mostly focused in providing the programs for visual communications. We have all the art studios over there, and the distance between this Q building and the other city campus just now is only like a 5 minutes walk. So it's just almost next to each other. And further out away from Newcastle, so this Central Coast is actually around 1 hour train ride away from Newcastle. So in this Central Coast, we do have two campuses as well, also almost next to each other, 10 minutes walk away. The one that I'm showing you right now is our clinical school, Gosford Clinical School, which is located on the ground of the Gosford Hospital. So on the left of the picture, if you walk down the corridor, just with a short 2 minutes walk, you can reach the Gosford Hospital straight away. So this in turn also provides students with the best clinical experience that they can get as well. And last but not least, we have our Sydney City campus, which mostly is only right now we only offer postgraduate business programs in the Sydney campus. So in terms of the study location wise, you are free to choose whether you want to study in Newcastle, in Central Coast, or in the Sydney campus itself. So moving on to one of the other main reason why we're here is as I talk you through what degrees that we offer. So we do offer a wide range of degrees, almost more than 180 undergrad, postgrad degrees that are available for international students, and it is covered in 10 different study areas. Now, we won't be going through every single program because it will take us maybe 1 or 2 days to finish everything, and it will be very boring. So, in terms of the program wise, I will be breaking down into highlighting three undergraduate programs from each colleges. So we in Newcastle, we have three different colleges as well. One is our health, medicine and well-being. The other one is our engineering, science and environment, and the last one is human social futures, which is where Mardy will be presenting about it today. So our degree is widely recognized by all the professional recognition body in Australia and also around the world. So as we can see, our some of them might be familiar to some of you guys in terms of our business programs. It is AACSB and also EQUIS accredited. And in terms of our undergraduate and postgraduate architectural related program, it is recognized in Malaysia and also in Australia as well. We also have engineer program that is certified by the Engineers Australia, and the countries that has signed the Washington Accord, which means that whichever country that recognizes the Washington Accord, they will automatically recognize our engineering programs. So, and also one thing that I can briefly mention is our academic calendar. So we have three main intakes a year, uh, but it is broken down into two different teaching styles. So one is a trimester based and one is a semester based. For trimester based, it is mostly for the postgraduate business programs, which means we have three intake per year, and also for and the all the rest of the programs we offer 1 or 2 semesters intake. So as you can see from this table, trimester one and semester one shares the same intake on January, and then we have trimester two in May for the postgraduate business, and then trimester three and semester two shares the same intake in August, which means our next biggest intake coming is in August. So I'm not sure if there's any if there's that many students that are looking out for postgraduate program. I when I prepare this slide, I'm actually preparing to provide more details on the undergraduate programs. So I just here I have a list of programs that we offer. It is not all here. It's just some of the ones that I want to highlight here. So if any of you who are looking for postgraduate programs, maybe after the Q&A session, you can let me know, and then I can if we have time, I can address some of the I can introduce to you some of the programs as well. So our postgraduate program mostly is being taught within 1 to 2 years, and it is also being taught in various different subjects as well. So starting off with College of Engineering, Science and Environment, I would like to introduce to you three of the selected subjects that we offer. So first of all, we have a Bachelor of Computer Science. We also have Bachelor of Information Technology as well. We also have a Bachelor of Design, which majoring in architecture. So this is one of the architectural program that we provide. And also we have a wide range of engineering programs that we offer, all the way from the most basic ones. The most common ones will be chemical, civil, electrical, electronics, mechanical, and mechatronics. But we also have the ones that targets someone who wants more specialized ones. We have environmental engineering, we have computer systems engineering, renewable energy engineering, software engineering, as well as medical engineering. So for Bachelor of Computer Science, this program is a 3-year program, 3-year bachelor program. In terms of intake, we have two different intakes a year, semester one and semester two. We only have one location for you to study this program, which is in Newcastle, our main campus, Callahan. And in terms of the entry requirement wise, I will go through slightly more detail in this slide, but for the next few slides, I will just leave it up to you all to feel free to just take a screenshot or just read it through. And yeah, so basically, as you can see from this table, we do accept a wide range of qualifications for you to to study with us. So we the most common ones in Malaysia would be a GCE A level or even a STPM. For Indonesian students, we recognize the Sekolah Menengah Atas 3, and also for Philippine students, we do recognize your senior HSD, but it is only limited for STEM, ABM, HUMMS, HUMSS, and general academic stream. And so back to this computer science, the IELTS requirement is a standard undergraduate requirement, which is average of 6 and no subtest less than 6. And for this computer science program, you can choose one of the majors that is mentioned at the bottom. You can select whether you want to study software development, cybersecurity, or even AI. Next is a Bachelor of Design Architecture. So this is one of the hot program in Malaysia for Malaysian students as well. It is also a 3-year program. So similar like the information above, we also have two intakes. The IELTS entry requirement is more or less the same. So I will just give you maybe a few seconds to go through the entry requirements. And next is our Bachelor of Engineering degrees. So again, as I mentioned, we do offer 10 different specializations for engineering programs. And all of our engineering programs is honors program, which means that you will have to study 4 years instead of 3. And but the intake wise, it is also the same. We have both semester 1 and semester 2 intake, and you will be also learning in our Callahan campus, and the entry requirement is as such. All right, so next we have College of Health, Medicine, and Wellbeing. So again, today I'm going to highlight 3 different programs. The first one is our medicine program. The second one is a Bachelor of Nursing. And the third one is the Bachelor of Nutrition and Dietetics honors. So our medicine programs are actually one of the top performing programs in Newcastle as well, with nursing being the top 47 in the world, and also top 9 for Australia for the medicine programs. So when you come to think of it, GO8 has 8. That means we are the 9th one immediately after GO8. So first program, as I mentioned, is our medicine program. It is a 5-year program. We only have one intake for this program, which is in every year January. But we do have 2 different locations, one in Newcastle and one in Gosford Clinical School. The IELTS requirement for medicinal or even for health related programs are slightly higher, which means that you will need to achieve a IELTS 7 and no subtest less than 7. And in terms of the medicine program, we do have other requirements other than your regular and qualifications. So you will need to take the UCAT ANZ exam, and also you have to go through one round of interview for us to confirm a spot for you. So Bachelor of Nursing, this is one. We also have a huge quota for this program. It is a 3-year program. Also only have one intake, and the IELTS is similar with the medicine. It's also IELTS 7, no subtest less than 7. And finally, the Bachelor of Nutrition and Dietetics honors. This is a 4-year program. We do have a lot of Malaysians studying this program actually. So for those who wants to aspire to be a nutritionist or working in the food industry, so you can consider this program. We have also one intake every year, and the entry requirements is as such. All right, so that is all from my side. Now I'll pass the time to Dr. Mardy to continue on with the Newcastle Business School.
Thank you, Joshua. And thanks for the introduction at the start. So I'll just quickly introduce myself again. So my name is Mardy Chiah. So I'm an associate professor of finance in Newcastle Business School. Right. So if you do your study at Newcastle Business School, I could be teaching you in the classroom. Right. So just I guess a broad overview or introduction to our business group. So we aim to I guess offer a curriculum that is international in focus, and we have like international case studies that help our students to understand the real challenges and problems in the global economy. Right? And we are also embedding so sustainable solutions and also goals in our courses as well. Right? So which is why this aligns with the UNI's ranking in impact, right? Top 40. Right? So our curriculum and our courses are also emphasizing on the sustainable solutions and enterprises. So in terms of business specific ranking, so we are commonly in the top 200 across various rankings. So for example, we are top 200 in the world for hospitality and tourism management. And we are top 200 in the world for business administration. So MBA, Master of Business Administration, is actually one of our flagship program in the postgraduate space. And in terms of business and economics, we are top 175 in the world. So we are well accredited in the business group. So as Joshua has mentioned earlier, so we are accredited by my screen is not moving. Yep. So we are accredited. So for the overall business group, so we are double accredited by Equis and double ACSB. So this put us at a strong position because so it's not that easy to get those two double accreditations, especially for Equis and for business specific discipline. Right. So we are well accredited across different disciplines as well. So some of you will be familiar with, let's say, CPA Australia and CAANZ, which are the accreditations for accounting. And in marketing, for example, we're accredited by AMI, Australian Marketing Institute, and then our programs. So our finance programs are affiliated with CFA Institute. So this actually shows that doing a business program at our business school is actually good value for money because so our courses do teach you real life skill sets that are useful for your business practice when you graduate. So starting from last year, we have significantly revamped all our undergraduate business programs, right? So the redesigned curriculum for our undergraduate programs, it now aligns with current industry trends, emphasizing entrepreneurial thinking, digitalization, and data-driven decision making. Right, so you're going to see those three characteristics all across in our courses in the business group. Right, so as indicated, the first one is innovation and entrepreneurship because we want to cultivate our graduates to have a innovative and entrepreneurial mindset. Second is digitalization, right? So with the in the digital age that we are living right now, it is really important for our students and for business graduates to be equipped with essential digital skills. So I can actually provide you with an example. So I teach first year business analytics, right? So for first year students of our business group, right? So in my course, business analytics, right? So students are required to learn and use Power BI to complete their assessments. Right? So this actually shows just one example of the many digital skills that we teach our students. And we are also embedding these ethics, responsibility, and sustainability mindset as well, right? Because we believe that this is really important. So we want to instill values of ethics and sustainability for responsible leadership. So in terms of the lab, right, so we have world-class facilities. Joshua has introduced earlier about the CBD campus, right? So which is again on this slide. So this is the new space building, which the business school is located in. Right, so it's actually the home, right? So it's the home to two major schools in Newcastle, Newcastle Business School, which is us, and also Newcastle Law School. So we are on level 6 of this building, and law school is on level 5. So in our business school, we have 3 labs that actually teach you, right? So simulated training and also other simulations across different disciplines, which I'll show you in the next couple of slides. So first is the marketing technology lab, right? So this is relevant if you are doing a marketing degree, right? So which is our Bachelor of Business. So it is located on level 6 of the new space CBD campus, right? So it's a dedicated space to develop the skills of the next generation of marketing professionals, right? So through this lab, so some of your courses are actually taught in this lab. So through exposure to this lab, you are going to be exposed to emerging state-of-the-art hardware and also software. Right? So it helps you to understand the important role of technology in the marketing industry. Right? So the reason why we have this marketing technology lab is because it's actually created and developed in consultation with our external advisory board, right? So they actually strongly suggested that Newcastle Business School should create a marketing technology lab that actually provide industry standard learning experiences. So the second lab that's in our business school is known as the Greater Bank Finance Lab. So the reason why it's called the Greater Bank Finance Lab is because this lab is created in collaboration with one of the largest bank in Newcastle, which is called Greater Bank. Right. So it's actually a partnership between Newcastle Business School and one of the largest local bank in Newcastle, Greater Bank. Right. So in this lab, so this is relevant for finance. So our Bachelor of Commerce finance major students, some of our finance courses are taught in this lab where you'll learn state-of-the-art technology in finance. You'll learn, for example, simulated trading. Right. So which is indicated on the second paragraph here. The lab is provisioned with RIT, so Rodman Interactive Trader, right? So which is a market simulator, right? So this actually exposes you to simulated trading that is important for a finance professional. Right, so in addition to its purpose and usage as a finance lab, so the lab also serves as the business analytics co-design lab. So this actually means that the lab also provides digital experience in business education and aim to make our students tech ready for the digital futures. So like important digitalization skills and technology across business disciplines and also finance are taught in the lab. So our uni emphasizes skills development of our students. We have a lot of university created and developed workshops, like for example, Make a World of Difference program, which helps you to navigate and understand Australian workplaces. So you learn to develop your job search skills through workshops, practice interview sessions, develop your CV, build your LinkedIn profile, and network with professionals. Right. So this is because it doesn't matter what degree or what program you are studying, you are going to need real world experience to be, right, so to have a better chance of being successful in the career. Right. So this is also why we connect you with industry to offer hands-on experience across all our degrees. So in our business programs, especially at the postgraduate level, we often invite industry guest speakers who attend the lectures so that you can hear and learn from some of the best mind person or people in the industry. Okay, so what would you study in the Newcastle Business School? So we are a comprehensive business school. So we do offer a wide range of business programs at both the undergrad and postgraduate level. So I want to focus on the first 3 on the left-hand side, which are the undergrad programs. So Bachelor of Business, Bachelor of Business Analytics, and Bachelor of Commerce. Okay, so those are the 3 programs that I've just indicated. So they are our flagship or our popular programs in the undergraduate space. So in terms of Bachelor of Business, so its duration is 3 years. So the indicative fee for 2026, so if you enroll this year, is about 40,000 Australian dollars. So this is before the scholarship mentioned by Joshua earlier, right? So after scholarship, it's about $32,000 per year. So we have two intakes, semester 1 and semester 2. Right, so you can actually choose to do Bachelor of Business in our CBD campus, Newcastle, or Gosford, right, so which is the central coast area that Joshua has mentioned. Right, so both Newcastle and Gosford, if you do your studies in those cities, right, so the advantage is that you are going to be eligible for extended post-study work, right? So to give you a simple example, if you study at major cities in Australia, let's say Sydney, Melbourne, right, Brisbane, right, so usually you would only get 2 years of post-study work, right? But in so-called regional cities, for example, Newcastle or Gosford, you get at least 3 years, and in some cases up to 5 years, as indicated by Joshua. So in terms of the English language requirement, it's similar to some of the other programs introduced by Joshua as well. So overall, you need an IELTS score of 6 to meet our English requirement and no subtest, right? So no subtest that is less than 6. So you need average 6 and each band must be at least 6 as well. Right, and in terms of the qualification, right? So so it can be GC A level, right? STPM, SMA, or the Philippines Senior HSD as well, right? So those are the requirements. So in terms of the majors available in Bachelor of Business, so we do offer a wide range of majors as indicated on this slide. So they include human resource management, innovation and entrepreneurship, international business, international relations, leadership and management, and also marketing. Right. So there's also an option for you to do double majors. So if you actually schedule your courses well, right? So it's possible for you to get two majors in the 3 years period. And another possibility is one major and two minors, right? So to get one major, you need to do 8 courses in that major. And to get one minor, you need to complete 4 courses in that discipline. Okay, so next is a Bachelor of Commerce. Right, so similar to Bachelor of Business, the duration is 3 years full time. So fee is again about 40,000 Australian dollar per year before, right? So before applying the 20% scholarship. So we have two intakes as well, S1 and S2. So location is again Newcastle, the new space building, or the Gosford in Central Coast. So IELTS requirement is similar as well. And the entry requirements is also similar for Bachelor of Commerce. So in Bachelor of Commerce, right, so some students might get confused between commerce and business, right? So one easy way to think about it is that commerce is usually more number-based, right? So you're going to get to major in disciplines that are more number-based compared to business, Bachelor of Business. So this is why the available majors in Bachelor of Commerce are accounting, economics, and finance. And again, right, so you can choose to do one major, two majors, or one major and two minors, right? So it's possible in our flexible degree combinations. So the next program that I want to introduce is Bachelor of Business Analytics. So this is actually our fastest growing program in recent years because of the, I guess, the growth of AI and also the importance of digital skill in the current era. Right, so which is why BBA, Bachelor of Business Analytics, is our fastest growing program in the business school in recent years. Right, so duration is again 3 years, similar to the other two programs. So the indicator fee is about 46,000 per year, Australian dollars, before. So before applying the 20% scholarship. So again, two intakes. So for our Bachelor of Business Analytics, it is only offered in Newcastle, right? So not Gosford, only in Newcastle, right? And the IELTS requirement is again similar to the other two programs that are introduced, and the entry requirements are also similar across the different qualifications. Okay, so I'll skip the cost structure because this is the one for postgraduate, but for undergraduate, so basically, so for a full-time study load in an undergrad, you will be doing 8 courses across the 2 semesters in a year. So this actually means that in one semester, you'll do 4, right? So you do 4 courses in one semester. So I want to, I guess, so in addition to the 3 characteristics that I've mentioned earlier, right? So ethics, responsibility, digitalization, and also innovation, and so on. So I want to also talk about, I guess, our unique service propositions at Newcastle and also at the business group. So in the University of Newcastle, we actually have this commitment that all our graduates, so all our students, it doesn't matter whether you're international or domestic students. So if you so by completing an undergraduate degree at the University of Newcastle, you will get, so you get 140 hours of career-ready placements or internships. So in some countries, it's known as internship. So this is our commitment. So we offer these 140 hours of internship commitments to all our students, including international students. So this can be attractive for some or for most international students, I would say, because you might have heard from your peers or some of your seniors as well. So obtaining a work experience in Australia, in some cases, so it might be challenging. We do recognize that, which is why through our commitment of career-ready placement or internship, it provides international students an opportunity to be part of the Australian workplace and gain credits. So the 140 hours career-ready placement is actually done through a course. So it's done through a course. So this is why you also gain credit towards your degree. So we place our international and domestic students across different industry partners. So we, as Joshua mentioned earlier, we are the only university in the city of Newcastle. So this is why we are actually very well connected with the local industries, some of which are multinational companies. So through this career-ready placement commitment, it enables international students to work directly with our close industry and community partners by undertaking placements in an area that is relevant to your area of study. So I'll just offer, I guess, put up some examples as well in the next slide. So by the way, these are all posted on my LinkedIn page. So if you search my name on LinkedIn, Mardy Chiah, you're going to see more examples. But because of the lack of space, I'm just screenshotting 3 examples out of the many examples of placement that we did, because this is a commitment, the promise that we make for all students. So if you look at the most left example, so Jayla Dang. So this is our international student from Vietnam, who is our so this is our Bachelor of Business Analytics student. So she completed her 140 hours of internship or placement at NGM Group, which is the parent company for the Greater Bank that I've mentioned earlier. So this is an international student. So through our career-ready placement commitment, she managed to get 140 hours of internship at the Greater Bank. So NGM Group. The middle example is our domestic student, Zoe. So this is our Bachelor of Business student who is domestic. So she's a marketing student, I believe. So she completed her internship with Newcastle Knights, which is a local football club. So again, so we are very well connected with local industries, which is why we managed to get Zoe to complete her internship at Newcastle Knights, which is a local football club. So the most right example, Yu Weili. So she's an international student from China. So she's our Bachelor of Commerce student. She managed to do her internship at KPMG through our connections. So we actually work really closely with KPMG and PwC Newcastle. So as a Bachelor of Commerce student, so we managed to place Yu Weili at KPMG. So at KPMG, which she completed 140 hours of internship at KPMG. Right. So again, these are just three out of the many examples. I did post more examples on my LinkedIn page. So if you search on my LinkedIn page, you're going to see much more example. Okay, so even after you graduate from our degree, right? So you still have access to our service and supported from our career service team, right? Through the platform Career Hub, right? So Career Hub is a student's first point of contact and is regularly updated with vacant positions. So if there's any full-time or part-time positions available, through our industry contacts, we are going to update it on the Careers Hub webpage. Right. And in addition, we connect our students. Right? So we do lots of expos and connection events. Right? So where we connect students with graduate employers through career events and employment expos. And there are other services available as well to our graduates, even after you graduated. So this includes assistance with job applications, job seeking support, interview preparation, and career decision making by phone, Zoom, or face-to-face. Right. So those are the supports that we offer to our graduates, even after you have graduated. Okay, so because we have this commitment about offering, right, so about offering all students 140 hours of career placement, our graduate employability indicator is actually very strong, right? So as shown on this slide. So we are producing graduates that are career ready. So this is indicated in the statistics for graduate employment. Right. So for example, for our business group undergraduate program, about 90%, right? So 89.8% of our undergrad program, graduate find employment within 4 months of graduation. Right. So this is because our students are already graduating with 140 hours of internship experience. So many of those students who completed their internship, right, so they are actually offered graduate position at the company, so at the institution in which they completed their internship. Right, so about 90% find a job within 4 months after graduation for undergrad. For postgraduate, it's even higher. About 93.3% of our postgraduate students manage to find a job within 4 months of graduation. Right. So these statistics of finding a job or employment within 4 months is actually available for all unis in Australia. Right. So in many of the unis, it's roughly about the 80% mark only. So our uni is actually exceptional in this regard. So we managed to have those statistics closer to the 90% mark. So in terms of the median salary for our undergraduate student after graduation, it's about 67,000 yearly salary, right? So $66,800 to be specific for undergrad, and for our postgraduate student, it's 100,000. Okay, so Joshua has mentioned about the industry collaborations as well earlier, so I'm not going to repeat that again. And Joshua has also mentioned about the scholarship that we offer, right? So for our programs, right? So with some minor exceptions, but not the case for business group, right? So you'll be given 20% scholarship per year if you enroll from 2026, right? So this will be automatically applied upon you meeting our program entry requirement. Right, so as indicated, so there are some exceptions in which it excludes quota program, right? But we don't have quota program in the business group. So how do you maintain this 20% scholarship per year, given that your study period is 3 years? It's actually really not that difficult, I would say. In order to maintain the yearly 20% scholarship, you just have to maintain a pass GPA, which is a GPA of 4 out of 7 throughout the program. Okay, so we have one testimonial from our international student, Timmy from Vietnam. Right, so he's chasing childhood dreams of becoming an entrepreneur by completing a Bachelor of Business, double majors, Right? So his double majors are leadership and management as well as marketing. Right? So this is one of our many testimonials from our international students. Okay, so I guess so you would have heard about different strengths and mostly strengths from many different universities. So I guess the key takeaway that I want you to remember from University of Newcastle is safe. Right, so think of the word safe. This is a safe option in many layers or levels. First, as Joshua mentioned earlier, right? So the city itself is safe. Right. And second, right, so all programs are safe choice as well because it has great career outcome and it is good value for money. Right. So if you think of the term safe, so first, right, so our uni and our programs are sustainable, which is a term S. Right. So Joshua has mentioned about our impact ranking, which is based on sustainability. Right. So we are top 40 in the world. Right, in terms of our sustainability ranking. So we are really emphasizing and focusing on the sustainability aspect. Second, A in this term safe refers to affordable. Right, so our living cost in the city of Newcastle is cheaper. This also include Central Coast as well because it's not a major. Right, so it's not one of the main cities that you know about in Australia. Right, so our living cost is cheaper in Newcastle. Right. And we have on-campus accommodations that's starting from $218 per week. Right. So in Sydney, it's going to start closer from the $500 mark per week. Right. And we have lots of student accommodations if you prefer to stay on campus. Right. So we have over 1,000 student accommodations across our Newcastle and Central Coast campuses. Right. And we have scholarships as indicated, right? So this is why, right? So the cost is cheaper, and you're on top of that, you get 20% scholarship as an international student. And Joshua has mentioned about the hourly rate as well, right? So you get, as an international student, you do get part-time work, right? While studying in Australia, about 20 hours, right? So as Joshua shown, right? So the hourly rate of salary is actually similar across all cities in Australia, including Newcastle, which is about $28 per hour. So our programs are flexible, right? So this is referring in the term F, right? So I've mentioned earlier, we have many unique programs, right? So Bachelor of Business, Commerce, Business Analytics, where you get the choice of different majors, right? So you can choose to do one major, you can choose to do two majors, or even one major and two minors, right? And we have different intake options across undergrad and postgraduate, trimester and semester, etc. Right. And lastly, the term E, right? So it refers to employable, as indicated in our graduate employment statistics. About 90% of our undergraduate students find a job within 4 months of graduation. Right. So this is actually amongst the highest already for Australian unis, close to the 90% mark. Right. And I think that's probably it from me. So let me just check. Yep. Thank you for your time. So if you would like to connect with us, we have our website dedicated for international students. So you can feel free to access those websites. And even if you are using WeChat, right? So you can actually scan the WeChat QR code here, where you can connect on WeChat with us. Right. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Mardy Chiah. I have a few questions. Actually, I want to ask. Regarding the placement, is it student have to look for them by themselves, or it will be arranged by university?
It will be arranged by the uni. So we have two people dedicated, Director of Career Placement and Assistant Director of Career Placement in the business school that's going to manage this process. So we find the placement opportunities for students. Students need to undergo interview and also preparation so that we are able to place students at the right industry partners.
Okay, and second question is the placement. for the business course, is this available for all the business course major or only for commerce like the accounting, finance?
For all programs in Newcastle, this is our uni-wide commitment promise.
Okay. And the third question is Master of FinTech, because it's only 1 year program. Just wondering the student like can take like another master, like 2 master program package, in order to stay because they want to
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah, that's a good question. So in the postgraduate space, right, so we do offer double master degrees through combination with MBA. So you can actually do, for example, MBA and FinTech double masters in 2 years to get 2 master degrees and also fulfill the requirement of post-study work, right? So this is actually our most popular degrees in postgraduate, the MBA double degree. For example, MBA with FinTech, MBA with marketing, international business, HRM, etc. It can be done.
Okay, great. And the third question will be to Joshua. So because I have one question for the parents, they want to ask like A-level student, is that possible they can like get like English waiver for like the IT course or business course for the undergraduate?
Yeah, so for GCE A-level students, we do recognize the certificate because it is from the UK, so we do recognize it as English, and so we can waive the English requirement for A-level students.
Sorry, how about the Malaysia UEC student? Do they can accept like their SPM English subject?
Unfortunately, at the moment, we do not accept SPM CEFR yet. Yeah, so the only way is to either take A levels, or because most students will take A levels or maybe OSMET. So by default they will meet the entry requirement. But if let's say you are taking STPM, then we will still require you to submit IELTS.
Okay, great. Okay. I think I don't have any question here. Yep. Thank you so much to Dr. Mardy Chiah and Joshua. So if any question, we will come to ask you again. Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you.